Hey Bridgette, this is Rich Nicholas. I'm right now about 14.5 miles away from you since since you said that you're staying in downtown Boston. I just thought that on your off days you might find it enjoyable, you know, to take like, you know, a duck tour, to to take a a trip to the New a trip to the New England Aquarium, a trip to this the the science the science museum, and you always said how big a fan you are and always have been of of the of the greatest president that the Northeast has ever produced, and in John F. Kennedy. Your words, not mine, even though I agree with your words because, well, he's he's one of mine, and not to mention my family has my family has long long t- long term connection with him. You see, back in back in World War II, my my grandfather served in the PT boat fleet. Now he wasn't on PT 109. He was on 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 PT 110. But you see, all the PT guys would hang around together, and and when they got Liberty, when they got Liberty, when when they got Liberty, they would go and they would hang hang out together. In fact, fun fact, and I haven't told anybody this, my my grandmother and grandfather had had, had dinner with 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 Jack and Jackie when my grand my grandmother was pregnant with my mother, and and not to mention my family's kept a, a long term connection with the Kennedys. So, so half the stuff that So half the videos on the kiddies that 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 you channel, Bridgette, I can I can tell you as somebody who's very friendly with the kiddies, all that stuff that comes across you in your mediumships is 100% accurate. And and you even go far beyond the the stuff that's in the history book. So there's a few and 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 I think if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've been in in the in in the Jack Kennedy birthplace. But all you need to do is take an Uber and say, uh, I want to go to the JFK's birthplace, bir- birthplace, which has been turned into a museum, and you you can you can too. And another thing, you, you should take an Uber, and you should go, go to go to go to Quincy, Mass, and see and see and see John John Adams' birthplace and John Quincy Adams' birthplace, and you should see Peacefield, more which is more known around the country as the Adams Mansion. But the reason I call it Peacefield is that's the name that President President Adams, which happens to be a, a far distant paternal relation of mine, just to th- throw that in there. And no, don't worry, I'm not gonna ask you. I'm I'm not gonna ask you to. I'm not. I'm not gonna come in. I'm not gonna come in like a week or two and ask you to give me and ask you to give me a reading. I just thought that you'd find that interesting because you took you say all the time when you host your live chats that you find American history interesting. So I just thought I would throw in those those three sidelights and as well as those five uh, tourist destinations. Oh, and Bridgette, you should take one. You should take another Uber to see see at least the outs see at least the outside of Fenway Park. I know you won't be able to see the inside because the Red Sox are home this are home this week. Well, I don't know what your I don't know what your conference what your psychic conference is, but but you could you could go to you could go to StubHub StubHub Ace tickets and you can get like a cheap ticket if you have the, the the chance to. I mean, all y- all y- all you need to do, and it doesn't have to, and it doesn't have to be one from this area, is, and it doesn't have to be a current one, is show your college ID, and they'll and you'll get a you'll get a 35% discount on your ticket if you should have to land one. And could you please, when you get back, this is the only thing that I'm asking you, t- t- tell your tell your above lifers that we're cool, please, because I've been I getting some 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 really some really nasty some some really nasty energy from your followers, and you say to anybody that views them, if they get uh bad energy, to tell you, and you'd find the person that sent all the bad energy to that person, and you'd kick the people out because these people have been giving me bad energy ever since for three for 3.5 months now, or 4. I don't know how long it has been since uh, the the first 2 videos. But since you said we're cool now, I think it's time. I think it's time that that I know that you're super nice and super open to everybody and super inclusive, but I think it's time for you to very nicely say to your guys, "Hey guys, cut the crap, huh? This guy is just trying to be a YouTuber, the same, the same as us, and and we shouldn't, we shouldn't harass him. I don't like it when people harass me, and 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 you and you all are super ready to bounce, to bounce, to bounce, to block them to block them from me when they give they give they give you they 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 give you a bad time. The only reason why I'm the only reason why I'm I'm not blocked from you anymore is because you 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 told me through an an email about, oh, 3 days after the 3 days after the 3 days after the video that I shot, that you kind of you, you are you are you are you are okay as 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 long as I didn't swear at you, which I didn't. I I know I didn't. I know I didn't. I I know I didn't. So would you please next next ne- next Friday this Friday on your trip home or Saturday whenever you fly out, whether it's Friday or Saturday, could could you please send send the email when you when you get when you get home and you're in your reliable workstation. Can you please tell 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 these tell these people to tell these people to stop it because it's getting to the point, Bridgette, where it's getting really monotonous, and you've had to go to you've had to go to YouTube where people have been I mean physically threatening to you, and you've had to get them uh, yanked off of YouTube. And if these people don't stop, I'm sorry, but I'll be forced to do it because some of the comments that I've been getting in that couple months and couple week period have been really vile. I've had people wish death on me, Bridgette. No, I've never wished death on anybody. But if I have to, I will wish death on their YouTube accounts. So if you could help me by 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 doing that, I would be so 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 by telling those two those two in particular peop those two in particular followers of yours to kind of cut the crap because it's really getting kind of tiresome and monotonous, like I referenced before, to deal with it every time I open my computer. And and I have three out of three out of I have I have I have I have three nieces and 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 one nephew and and two out of the four and two out of the four of and two out of the four of the cutest little kids you ever want to meet in your life are beginning to learn how to read, and, and this is this is really troublesome to, to my 8-year-old nephew when he says, "Uncle Chichi, why do these nutty people want to kill you?" So if you don't, then 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 fuck Charlie, you people. If Bridget doesn't help, if Bridget doesn't save your ass, then you mess with Charlie. You made Charlie. You made my nephew, Master Charlie Doyle, upset, and that pisses me off. So cut it out. So Bridget, could you could you very nicely tell 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 them to stop it, or I will have to go to YouTube and I will have to get those people that wish me death yank yank pulled off of YouTube for at least 6 months. The first offense is 6 months. So the choice is up to you, you guys. Do you want to stop, or, or do you want to be, or do you want to be barred from YouTube for 6 to 8 months? You, the choice of the choice is yours. I hope you make the right one. Again, Bridgette, I hope, I hold, I hold, I, I hold you not responsible for anything that that the more mentally unhinged hinged followers of yours do, because I I know you're not mentally unhinged. I know you're just a mentally I mean a suburban New York mom who just happens to make her living as as a as a as a as a paranormalist, and we made our peace, and you said everything's cool. So it look. I can handle them them, but I can handle the death threats because I know these people have no chance to get at me. But the thing that gets me is they make they make two out of the four uh, two out of the four. My 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 my, my niece and nephew, they can read, very upset. And again, if you don't do anything about it, YouTube is gonna have to. But again, back to the back to the purpose of the video. Enjoy your enjoy your time in Boston, Bridgette. I'm out.